There is a law so powerful, it is behind all great success, and yet it is the most misunderstood. Throughout history, men and women who have achieved greatness have all had one thing in common. It was not wealth, for many started in poverty. It was not formal education, for many, like Thomas Edison or Henry Ford, had little of it. It was not luck, for luck is a fleeting visitor that does not stay with anyone for long. The common denominator was their understanding and application of a single, powerful universal law. A law so fundamental to achievement that without it, all other principles are rendered weak and ineffective. And yet it is a law that 99% of people, even those who have heard of it, use incorrectly or not at all. They treat it like a casual friendship when it should be treated like a sacred marriage. They apply it with a lukewarm attitude when it demands a white-hot burning desire. They assemble its components with carelessness and then wonder why the great machine of power never turns on for them. This law is the principle of the mastermind. You may have heard the term, but today you will understand it as you never have before. You will understand why your past attempts at collaboration may have failed, and you will learn the precise formula for harnessing its immense power. This is not just about teamwork or networking. It is about a form of mental and spiritual alchemy, where two or more minds can blend and create a third, invisible supermind that has access to a wisdom far beyond that of its individual members. It is the secret that built great industrial empires, that sparked world-changing inventions, and that has been the hidden force behind every great spiritual movement. Understanding this law correctly is the X factor that separates the architects of destiny from the drifters of circumstance. Our mission today is to dissect this law, to expose the reasons for its common failure, and to give you the exact blueprint for applying it correctly. If you are ready to stop operating as a single, limited unit and learn how to multiply your power exponentially, then make the decision to master this law. Subscribe to this channel now as a commitment to building your own invincible alliance. To truly understand how to use this law, we must first understand its very nature. What is this third mind, and what are the conditions necessary for its creation?
Harmony is not a suggestion. It is the law of connection.
What truly is a mastermind? Let us first be clear about what it is not. It is not a group of friends complaining about their problems. It is not a formal business meeting. It is not a casual exchange of favors. A true mastermind is a scientific process. It is the blending of two or more minds in a spirit of perfect harmony, focused on the attainment of a definite major purpose. And it is within these two key conditions, perfect harmony and a definite purpose, that the magic lies. Modern science has shown that every brain is both a broadcasting and a receiving station for the vibration of thought. When you're alone, you broadcast and receive on your own frequency. But when two or more minds come together in a spirit of perfect harmony, a phenomenal thing occurs. The individual energies of each mind blend to create a new, separate, and far more powerful energy field, an intangible third mind. This third mind is not just a metaphor, it is a psychic reality. It becomes a direct conduit to the infinite intelligence of the subconscious minds of all its members, and even more, it seems to tap into the great universal storehouse of infinite intelligence itself. This is why a mastermind group can solve problems in minutes that an individual might struggle with for years. The third mind has access to ideas, knowledge, and perspectives that are unavailable to any single member. But here is the critical point that the 99% miss. This third mind can only be born in an atmosphere of perfect harmony. Harmony in this context means more than just being polite. It means a deep alignment of purpose, values, and trust. Any trace of discord, of jealousy, of fear, or of selfishness within the group will instantly break this connection. It is like trying to tune a sensitive radio in the middle of a lightning storm. The static of discord makes it impossible to receive the clear signal from the third mind. This is the #1 reason why most so-called masterminds fail. They are merely discussion groups, not true synergistic alliances, because they lack the essential ingredient of absolute harmony. A weak link breaks the entire chain of power. We now arrive at the #1 mistake that causes 99% of people to fail in their application of this great law. It is the failure to understand that the selection of your mastermind members is the most important executive decision you will ever make. Most people approach this casually. They form groups with existing friends, with family members, or with colleagues of convenience, without any deep analysis of the most crucial ingredient, harmony of spirit and purpose. Choosing a member for your mastermind alliance should be more rigorous than choosing an employee or even a business partner. You are not just sharing ideas, you are blending your minds, your energies, and your spiritual aspirations. A single negative or mismatched mind in your group can poison the entire well. Let us analyze the types of individuals you must avoid at all costs. First, the chronic complainer. This is the person whose mind is permanently tuned to the frequency of lack and negativity. They see problems in every opportunity. Their presence will drain the energy of your group and introduce the virus of doubt. Second, the jealous competitor. This is the person who secretly does not want to see you succeed. They will offer faint praise but subtly sabotage ideas and create discord because your success is a mirror to their own lack of it. Third, the indecisive drifter. This is the person with no definite purpose of their own. They will leech on to the purpose of the group, but because they have no inner fire, they will contribute no positive energy and will falter at the first sign of a challenge. Choosing your allies requires deep intuition and accurate thought. You must look beyond their surface-level skills and analyze their character, their attitude, and their alignment with your definite purpose. The members of your alliance must be people who are loyal, positive, decisive, and who are genuinely invested in the success of every other member. A weak link, a discordant mind, will break the entire chain of power. It is better to have a mastermind of only 2 harmonious minds than an army of 10 who are not in perfect alignment.
Your purpose is the magnet that attracts the right minds.
Having understood the critical mistakes, how then do we proceed to form a mastermind alliance correctly? The process is deliberate, strategic, and begins with you. The first step is to have your own definite major purpose crystal clear. You cannot attract the right minds if you yourself do not know where you are going. Your purpose is the magnetic core. It is the banner under which you will recruit your allies. The clarity and burning desire behind your purpose will be the very force that attracts people who resonate with that same vision. The second step is to create a list of potential members. Do not limit yourself to your current circle. Think broadly. Who are the people you admire? Who possesses the knowledge, experience, or character traits that you lack? Your ideal group should have a diversity of talents, but a unity of purpose and spirit. You may need someone with financial acumen, another with marketing expertise, and another with a calm, spiritual wisdom. You are assembling a perfect cabinet of advisors. The third step is the approach. When you invite someone to join your alliance, you must do so not as someone asking for a favor, but as a leader presenting an opportunity. You must clearly explain your definite purpose. You must explain the principle of the mastermind and the immense mutual benefits that will come from the creation of the third mind. You must make it clear that this is an alliance for reciprocal aid, where every member is expected to both give and receive. Fourth,
You must establish clear rules of engagement. How often will you meet? What will be the format of your meetings? A definite schedule and a clear agenda are essential. A spirit of absolute confidentiality and open-mindedness must be the law of the group. Every meeting should be a sacred space for creative brainstorming and mutual support. Building this alliance is the ultimate X factor in accelerating your success. It requires a decision and an action. If you are ready to start attracting your power circle, go to the comments and declare, "I will build my alliance." This act sets the law of attraction in motion. A mastermind does not solve problems. It reveals solutions that were always there. Once your mastermind is formed and operating in a spirit of perfect harmony, you will begin to witness its incredible power. The results often seem magical, but they are simply the natural outcome of a law perfectly applied. Let us examine how the third mind works in a practical sense. When an individual faces a problem, their thinking is often limited by their own past experiences, their own fears, and their own habitual thought patterns. They are trapped inside their own box. But when the same problem is presented to a mastermind group, something extraordinary happens. The financial expert in your group will see the problem through the lens of assets and cash flow. The marketing expert will see it through the lens of customer perception. The spiritual member will see it through the lens of faith and purpose. Each mind offers a unique perspective, but the real magic is what happens between these perspectives. In the harmonious exchange of ideas, the third mind is activated. It begins to spark new connections, new insights, and new ideas that did not exist in any of the individual minds before the meeting began. The solution is often not one person's idea, but a perfect synthesis of all of them. An idea that could only have been born from the collective consciousness of the group. This is why some of the greatest breakthroughs in industry and science came from such alliances. Henry Ford, with his limited formal education, surrounded himself with a mastermind that included the brilliant minds of Thomas Edison and Harvey Firestone. He did not possess all the knowledge himself, but he knew how to coordinate the knowledge of others in a spirit of harmony. His genius was not just in engineering, but in his application of this master law. Your mastermind becomes your personal council of wisdom. It is the place you bring your greatest challenges and your biggest dreams. It is a source of unwavering faith when your own begins to falter, and a wellspring of creative solutions that your individual mind alone could never conceive. This is the power that 99% of people never experience because they never take the deliberate steps to create it.
You cannot receive with a closed fist. Now that you have chosen your allies with care, you must understand the conditions under which the third mind of the mastermind can flourish. The first condition is that you must enter the alliance with an attitude of giving, not of getting. If your primary motive is to see what you can extract from the other members, the spiritual chemistry will be wrong. The connection will fail. You must approach the alliance with a sincere desire to contribute your best, to give your full energy and faith to the success of the other members and to the group's definite purpose. It is a law of the universe that you must give before you can receive. The second condition is loyalty and trust. There must be an absolute sense of safety within the group. Each member must feel free to share their most ambitious plans and their most difficult challenges without any fear that their ideas will be stolen or their weaknesses will be judged. This requires a pact of absolute confidentiality and unwavering mutual support. You are creating a sacred space, a sanctuary for growth. Any breach of trust will instantly dissolve the third mind and revert the group to a mere collection of individuals. The third condition is consistent and disciplined meetings. The mastermind is not a casual coffee chat. It must be treated with the same seriousness as a corporate board meeting. You must have a definite schedule,
a clear agenda, and a commitment from every member to be present and fully engaged. It is in the rhythm and discipline of these regular meetings that the collective mind gains its momentum and power. During these meetings, every member should have the opportunity to present their challenges and goals, and the full creative power of the group should be focused on each member in turn. And finally, there must be a leader, or at least a facilitator, to keep the meetings on track and ensure the spirit of harmony is maintained. This leadership can be rotational, but it is essential. Without a directing force, even the most well-intentioned group can devolve into aimless conversation. These conditions are not suggestions. They are the laws that govern the science of this great power.
Fear is the rust of the mind. Harmony is the oil that keeps it running smoothly. Let us now delve deeper into the most critical, yet most intangible element of a successful mastermind, the spirit of perfect harmony. We have stated that discord neutralizes the power of the group, but let us understand why. Every human brain is a broadcasting station of thought vibrations. When you are alone, your thoughts create a personal atmosphere around you. When you are in a group, a collective atmosphere is created. If the group is dominated by fear, doubt, and jealousy, the collective atmosphere becomes toxic and heavy. Creative ideas cannot survive in such an environment. But when a group of individuals attunes their minds to the vibrations of faith, courage, and harmony, they create a powerful, high-frequency energy field. This is the fertile ground in which the third mind can perform its miracles. It is in this atmosphere that intuitive hunches are born, that solutions to impossible problems flash into the mind. Maintaining this harmony requires a conscious effort from every member. Each person must stand guard at the gate of their own mind, refusing to allow negative or discordant thoughts to enter the collective space. The purpose of the group is to solve problems, not to dwell on them. The focus must always be on the solution, on the definite purpose, on the absolute faith in its attainment. This is why a mastermind is also a powerful tool for personal development. It forces you to hold yourself to a higher standard of thought. You cannot afford to indulge in negativity because you know it will not only affect you, but the entire alliance. The group becomes a source of positive peer pressure where each member inspires the others to maintain a state of faith and a positive mental attitude. The faith of the group becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. When you see your allies maintaining their faith in the face of challenges, your own faith is strengthened. And when your faith is strong, you in turn lift them up. This is the spiritual synergy that allows the members of a mastermind to achieve heights that would have been utterly impossible for them alone. Harmony is the soil in which the seeds of your definite purpose will grow into a mighty oak. Temporary defeat is not failure. It is a signal to consult your alliance. Having formed your alliance and understood the importance of harmony, what is the practical, day-to-day method for using your mastermind to its full potential? This is not a passive process. It requires active and intelligent participation. First, before every meeting, you must have perfect clarity on the specific challenge or goal you wish to present to the group. Do not come to your alliance with vague worries. Come with a definite problem. Write it down. Be able to state it clearly and concisely. The more clearly you define the problem, the more effectively the third mind can work on its solution. Second, during the meeting, when it is your turn, present your problem without bias or fear. State the facts as you see them, and then clearly state what you desire as an outcome. Then, you must do something that is very difficult for most people. You must listen. You must open your mind completely to the suggestions and perspectives of your allies without defensiveness or ego. Remember, you have brought them into your alliance because they possess knowledge and experience that you do not. To reject their counsel out of pride is to defeat the very purpose of the group. Third,
You must encourage a spirit of absolute open-mindedness. In a mastermind session, no idea is too bold or too strange to be considered. The goal is to brainstorm freely, to allow the third mind to present possibilities that lie outside the realm of your own habitual thinking. Often, the most brilliant solution is the one that seems most unorthodox at first glance. Fourth, after the meeting, you must have the decisiveness to act upon the plan that has been formulated. The mastermind can provide the perfect plan, but you, and you alone, must execute it. The third mind provides the blueprint. You must provide the action. And finally, you must maintain the principle of reciprocity. Be as willing and eager to contribute your full mental and spiritual energy to solving the problems of your fellow members as you are to receive their aid. By giving your best to them, you ensure that they will give their best to you, keeping the chain of power strong and unbroken. Mastering this law is a commitment to a higher level of achievement. If this detailed blueprint resonates with you, give this video a like as a sign of your understanding that power is multiplied through harmony.
Do not confuse the opinion of the crowd with the counsel of the wise. As you begin to harness the incredible power of your mastermind alliance, you must learn to make a critical distinction. You must learn the difference between the harmonious, faith-filled counsel of your chosen allies and the chaotic, fear-based chatter of public opinion. The 99% who drift through life are constantly guided by the opinions of the masses. They read the same fearful headlines, they engage in the same cynical conversations, and they adopt the beliefs of the crowd without question. To them, what is popular is what is right. The master of the mastermind principle understands that this is a fatal error. Public opinion is almost always the enemy of great achievement. The crowd, by its very nature, is timid. It resists new ideas, it ridicules those who dare to be different, it preaches caution and conformity. If you were to submit your great purpose to a vote, the crowd would almost certainly vote against it. Your mastermind is your shield against the hypnotic rhythm of the masses. It is your private council of war, your safe harbor where your great plans can be nurtured without being exposed to the cold winds of public doubt. Within your alliance, you are judged not by the standards of the crowd, but by the standards of faith, courage, and definite purpose. You must, therefore, be highly selective about whose opinions you allow to influence your mind. The opinions of your mastermind allies are to be weighed with great seriousness and respect. The opinions of the rest of the world are, for the most part, to be ignored. This requires mental discipline. You must have the courage to trust the counsel of your small, harmonious group over the loud, fearful shouts of the crowd. Remember this: every great achievement in history was first accomplished in the mind of a single individual, often against the unanimous opposition of the world. That individual then shared their vision with a small, trusted mastermind alliance who nurtured it and helped bring it to fruition. They succeeded not by following public opinion, but by creating it. Protect your definite purpose from the negative influence of the crowd as you would protect your most priceless treasure. A single stick is easily broken. A bundle of sticks is unbreakable. And so we arrive at the ultimate conclusion. The law of the mastermind is the #1 law of power because it incorporates all other principles of success and multiplies their effectiveness. Your definite purpose becomes the definite purpose of the group. Your faith is amplified and reinforced by the faith of your allies. Your persistence is sustained by their encouragement. Your specialized knowledge is supplemented by their own. Your imagination is stimulated by their ideas. A person working alone, no matter how brilliant or persistent, is a single unit. They are like a single stick, which can be easily broken by the forces of adversity. But a group of minds, bound together in a mastermind alliance,
is like a bundle of sticks. They become unbreakable. This is the ultimate unfair advantage. It is the secret power that the 99% in their rugged but misguided individualism fail to grasp. The path to great power does not lie in becoming a lone wolf, but in becoming the leader of a loyal pack. The journey we have taken today has been to reveal this law not as a simple networking strategy, but as a profound spiritual and psychological principle. It is the understanding that we are all connected to a universal mind, and that a mastermind alliance is the most direct and powerful way to consciously tap into that infinite source of power, wisdom, and creativity. This is the law that separates the master from the mediocre, the titan from the tinkerer. It is the law that allows ordinary individuals to achieve extraordinary results. Therefore, I invite you one final time to commit to this path of multiplied power. Subscribe to this channel, and in doing so, make a declaration that you will no longer walk your path alone, but will seek out and create the harmonious alliances that will guarantee the attainment of your greatest dreams. The choice is not whether to be powerful, but how to assemble the power that is already available to you. The law has been revealed. The path is clear. Go now and build your unbreakable alliance.
Activate the X within you.